What if your house were literally a tunnel, a place where you feel like you are outside even while being completely inside? This is the tunnel house in Suginami, Japan. It emerges from a very specific urban condition, a plot at the end of a T-shaped street where the road normally stops and everything would simply end there. But here, the architects did the opposite. They decided to visually stretch the street into the site, as if the space continued, creating a kind of imaginary intersection. And for that, the house does not begin with a facade. It begins with a void carved into the volume, aligned with the axis of the street. This gesture creates the central concept of the project, a house that operates in two states at the same time, the uchi, the inside of the tunnel, and the soto, the outside of the tunnel. But the trick is that both happen within the same house. The form is simple and strange in the best possible way, a quarter of a cylinder, like a slice of a tunnel, and the open side of this half-tunnel is closed with glass, transforming the interior into a kind of covered street, a continuous, tall, and luminous space where you feel volume, air, and distance. But instead of filling this large space with walls, the project places only two small boxes inside it, one for the bedroom and one for the bathroom, as if you were living inside a vast cocoon of air, with small cores of intimacy floating in the middle. Light is also part of the story. There is an elongated skylight above that pours daylight onto the curved surface of the tunnel. This light flows, slides, and slowly changes throughout the day, as if the house were recording time on its own body. At the same time, another source of light comes from a courtyard, creating a meeting of illuminations at different heights. And this is where the house becomes an experience. Light from above, light from the side, and reflections, all happening in layers. When you go up the stairs, perception shifts again. You begin to see the entire tunnel soto void more broadly, and subtle details start to distort your sense of scale. There is a metal floor that appears to float, and a mirrored element that reflects the space back onto itself, creating an almost surreal sensation of expansion. It is as if the house is constantly playing with a simple question: is this inside or outside? And this is the most powerful aspect of the project. The tunnel house does not rely on different form just to look interesting. It uses this form to engage the body and perception. As you walk, sometimes you feel like you are crossing a street. At other moments, you feel inside a deep shelter. The house deceives you, but in a good way, and gives you a sense of amplitude within a compact urban context. And the bedroom is not an ordinary room. It is surrounded by light partitions, almost like screens, and its ceiling remains open. So from inside the bedroom itself, you can look over the house, as if seeing an exterior from a rooftop. This completely changes the sensation. The bedroom does not isolate you, it gives you visual control over the space. In the end, the tunnel house is a house about inversions. It takes a dead-end lot that could have been a stop and turns it into continuity. It turns interior into something that feels like exterior, and it transforms living into a sequence of discoveries: light, curve, shadow, void, reflection. It proves a rare idea. Sometimes the greatest luxury of a home is not having more square meters, but having a space that changes how you feel about where you are.